First, as you know, on the January 31st was last date for the log submission for the RAC Winter Contest. Right now, all logs has been submitted to the RAC Contest Committee, and I do have preliminary results of the Manitoulin Radio Club, Sudbury Radio Club, and Elliott Lake Radio Club results. As far we have this statistic, we can announce who is winner, what is the best operator overall, who from the Rocky, etc., etc. So I do have this statistic already, but I would like to make sure that everybody who has operated in the contest was informed that announcement will be made. And according to this one, I would be sent email for the next Zoom meeting, and everybody who has operated in the contest will be able to come and to have possibility to see official part and also prize celebration to the winners. This is what I'm proposing. I'll send emails to everybody who operated in the contest, and next Zoom I would be do that. This is not too much time, however it will be interesting because everybody who operated in the contest, this is efforts which needs to be announced. This is first. Second, we do have a couple RAC contests already, and I would be do some briefly analyze announcement what is better to do, what is better not to do. It's give possibility to improve result in the future. This is also very short. Also, for the next Zoom, I would like to propose a small presentation regarding CW and digital mode. I would like to pay attention that during operation in the RAC contest, activity of the guys has been increased a lot. For example, last RAC contest operated up to 30 stations from the Manitoulin, and it was never happened before, and it started. And as far as I see, a lot of the people has been enjoyment to operate in the contest, and also they are operating in CW as well, like Victor Echo 3 Echo Tango Echo, Victor Echo 3 Oscar United India, V3 Victor Charlie, V3 AJB, operating by CW, and as far it's this procedure also very interesting, I would be explain how to set up CW equipment to the ham radio, because I'm feeling that not everybody knows how to set, for example, such device like this one. This is Regi Expert. This is hold on. This is like CW box, very small, very easy to configure, and after that you will be able to at least to start to operate CW, and this is only time when you will be familiar with this equipment. I would like to explain how to configure, where it's possible to buy the best source, as far as I understood. This is Dayton, which will be in a couple months, many of you coming to the event, and this is good possibility, because right now, time to time, not easy to buy equipment. So this is what I'm planning to do for the next Zoom. I will send email invitation to the participants of the RAC Canada Winter Contest, and also I will do presentation for the digital and CW operation.
Wonderful. So we'll look for that next Saturday on the 12th. That'd be wonderful, Igor, and we'll be interested. Are you going to do the announcement about the Winter Day contest too, correct?
Yes, yeah. First of all, Winter Day announcement. After that, small, briefly uh, review of the contest operation, how to
Okay.
better to do, how to avoid possible mistakes, and after that to do small presentation how to put CW on your radio and how you can start to learn CW. So because time to time I'm getting questions from our members how to learn how better to do that, how to configure. So as far as I see, this information needs to be submitted to everybody because this is very expectable. Members started to operate CW. This is also activity. Also FT4, FT8. This is very popular mode right now, and we need to submit knowledge to our members. In this case, it will be uh, implemented to the members.
Yeah.
That's wonderful because I'd be interested to. I haven't endeavored to do that part of digital communications yet, like the FT8 and HF configuration. I've got all the equipment here, and of course the rigs are able to do it, and I've got all the computer software loaded on the computer, and we've done it a couple of times. But yeah, no, that'd be great if you could show us that. I'd even appreciate that. So
I thought,
excellent.
yeah, I thought that FT8 and FT4 weren't being allowed because of the lack of ability to uh, tailor your responses to the other stations. And it was suggested on the Winterfield Day contest rules that people consider using JS8 call because it does allow the insertion of comments and so on as in a regular QSO. Yeah.
You're very limited with FT8 with what you can send.
Yep.
And the other problem with FT8 is that it'll automatically connect to other stations when you're not there, sort of thing. So it's an interesting mode. They're really using it on 6 meters, Bob, but I'm not happy with that because you can only send 3 or 4 things in a line, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you're right in what you're saying there. So
I have tried it. I have made contacts, but I haven't really enjoyed it the way I do the regular single sideband or CW QSOs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to do a lot of RTTY. I really enjoyed that. It's you can work a whole contest without saying a word. You just push buttons. And RTTY though is you got to have a fairly strong signal, where the other ones are weak signal or practically no damn signal, and you've still got print on the screen. It's just amazing what you can do.
Well,
this is thank you. This is true. Of course, 1 kW. This is a very big advantage. However, I do have experience to operate from zone 2 on only transceiver in RTTY a couple of years ago, because I'm unable to bring to the plane amplifier. I operated only transceiver. I operated only 40 meters. I had 2 elements Yagi, 100 watts, and I don't remember, maybe 300, maybe 400. So first place in the North America on 40 in low power. And I perfectly remember how it was impressive when you're doing like Europe or United States, probably Europe. And I can see like United Alpha, Zero Alpha, like from the zone 19 from the Siberia calling you on 40. Like it means like guys from the zone 19 from the Siberia listen your signal and calling you. So this is only 100 watts without amplifier.
Yeah.
So definitely this is not sufficient for the successful operation. Like on the sunset, on sunrise, I got CQ calls from Zulu Mike for Tokyo. I was calling nothing, like not sufficient. However, 100 watts is also possible to operate. So, but I agree with you. Amplifier,
I
this is
ran a little bit of high power RTTY from Cuba, and I found out Well, I had an old Alpha 76A amplifier,
Yeah.
and I cooked a couple of line isolators. I had a Carolina Wyndham, whoops, I had a Carolina Wyndham 160, and it's got a line isolator. You know, you got a vertical radiator that's like about 33 feet long, and at the bottom of it, there's a line isolator, and all it is like RG8 Teflon coax that's wound very
Yeah.
tightly
Yeah.
around
This
a
is
ferrite
thick.
rod.
Yeah.
And I melted a few of those, pushing close to 1,000 watts on RTTY. So, yeah, not, yeah.
The
Yeah.
latest winter field day rules said that if you you said your station was running any more than 100 watts, your log would be entered as a check log.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was
what is
either
that, cheating or
QRP
what? Did they,
or low power.
huh?
Yep.
Well, life's too short for QRP there.
Yeah, but time to time this is
Well, what do you think
non-predictable.
FT8 is? FT8 is practically QRP.
Well, you got to run half power with that stuff. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people aren't very happy with you. You start running 100 watts.
you're
FT8.
splattering. You're splattering all over the band. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was just gonna say with the JT 61 is what the guys are using to bounce signals off the moon, because it is very good for working very, very weak signals. It's a very good digital mode for that. You know,
JT61.
JT61, they're using that to bounce signals off the moon because it'll pick very, very, very weak signals out as compared to some of the other digital modes that you run. So
JT 61 or 65?
Oh, 65. Sorry, you're right,
65.
Mike.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I
Sorry,
heard
Mike.
about 65. I thought 61 was a new one.
No, it's I got it mixed up, but no, it's JT 65. And it really works with the guys that are doing moon bounce, you know, and signals back.
I think Doug is using PSK or PK31.
Excellent program. Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent program.
Yeah.
I had a guy on the screen and I couldn't hear him, but the yellow line was there in the waterfall. And I put my system there and I worked them, but I couldn't hear him.
It's
So there was
amazing.
no
It
signal
really is.
coming back. Like,
Yeah, you got no signal there, but you got print on the screen. It's just amazing.
Wow.
yeah.
Working ghosts.
So, and in
Well,
theory,
exactly.
in theory, with the 991A, you know, whenever I bought my 991A, I was told that you can work any digital mode with just a single USB cable, you know, coming from the radio to the computer. You didn't need any rig blasters or, you know, any other.
Yep.
And I
Well,
did.
you've got a sound card in the radio.
Right. And,
Yeah.
you know, I did a little bit. I dabbled in a little bit whenever I first got the 991, but I haven't. Other than the other day, I haven't even had the HF radio on. I had a guy bring me a TYT mobile radio to program for him. He's a truck driver. And I'm going to be going to see Al here probably early next week because I don't have a cable. You can manually program it, but he's got pages and pages of frequencies that he wants in there. But I think a lot of them are going to be duplicates, you know, because they use the same frequency down south as they use up here or whatever. So I've got to get a list of the frequencies. But anyway, yeah, I forgot. Oh, and he brought me an old CB to look at too. And I hooked it up to my service monitor in the basement there, and I was tuning around on the 991 listening to the CB band, and I heard lots of activity on channel 6. They call it the Super Bowl channel, although it's got nothing to do with the Super Bowl. It's got nothing to do with football, you know, but they call it the Super Bowl channel, and I guess you might hear some high-powered stations on there. And you know, it was, I don't know, it was early afternoon or something when I was down there, and I heard quite a bit of traffic on channel 6. Not on the CB itself. I just had it hooked up to the service monitor, but I could, you know, I turned on the 991A and tuned it down to that band so I could listen to the audio that was coming out of that CB. and it didn't sound bad. There's I think they call it a dynamite uh, setting. It's like mic gain or something. And I had to turn it all the way up before I heard anything. But anyway, yeah. So.
I
Well,
looked
that,
that up there, Rusty. I looked up that channel 6, looked it up and read up about it, and I tried it. I never got a signal on.
Yeah.
I think it's
After,
27.025.
Yeah. That sounds right. After I spoke to you or whatever, I went back. It was nighttime. It was, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 o'clock or something. I went down there and before I shut everything down there, I listened again and I didn't hear anything on that frequency then. But for a few hours, I was copying stations on it earlier in the afternoon. So, and of course,
well,
I
it's like 10 minute or 10 meters, right? Look at the DX map that Igor sent us, and if you see some colors and some of the squares, if 10 meters is open, 11 meters is going to be open.
I was
right?
just wondering if, because, the CB is AM, I wondered if propagation would be better on it at night, but I guess it's more of a muff thing. It's more of a maximum usable frequency thing.
AM, you're going to find with the lower broadcast, right? Like the
broadcast
at nighttime that way.
We always used to listen at night. Yeah.
But you're quite right, Rusty, with the 991 or a lot of the newer rigs, 7300, 7100. They all have the sound cards built into them.
Well, I was told, because I was thinking it was either going to be a 7300 or 991A that I bought, and supposedly the 991A, like I spoke to ICOM, I spoke to Yasu, I spoke to everybody I could speak to at Dayton that year, and they were all telling me that the 991 is better for more digital modes with less equipment. All you need is a single USB cable.
Yeah. Well, prior to that, when I owned the 746, my previous rig, of course, I bought one of these. You may have seen these, the Signalink. This basically interfaces with any HF rig that you've got, and basically this is what you use the digital modes with a program like FL Digi or something like that on the computer, and you interface your computer to this and this to your radio, and this you adjust for all the signals, and I think these work like gangbusters. These are amazing devices, but with the 7300, the 991, the 7610, you don't need them. You can bypass this now with it. But older, like for instance, my 857 that I've got in my Go kit. All right. This can be interfaced. So if I take that Go kit on a field day or something to that nature, I could hook up one of these to it, and it'll work quite well. So, yeah, we'll look forward to that indeed there, Igor.